Have you ever heard of somebody who abducts little boys?
Room below's got some horrible smells.
We don't want to go in there. What are you doing?
Complimentary room service. Here is that.
Hello and welcome to another Dollar Store Drive-In. I am your host, Laura.
I'm Joel.
And we are the Newly Deads. If this is your first time tuning in, welcome to our show. This is a half-hour chat show where we talk about a movie that we've watched. If this is not your first time, thank you for joining us and welcome back. This is a visual show, so if you are listening to this on Spotify, we highly recommend that you check us out. You can do that on our website, which is thenewlydeads.com. On our website, you'll find information about where you can find our show, all the different types of shows that we do. So we don't just do this show. We actually have a YouTube channel where we talk about different things, like Joel does unboxing videos. We also do Sinister Snack videos and fun things like that. And he also does sometimes write blog posts about different things. It's been a little bit, I think you said.
I just posted one last
yeah,
Sunday.
yeah. I knew you were working on one.
Yeah.
So he does do different movie reviews and whatnot. So if you also want to find out information about maybe places that we're going to be selling our artwork, usually we do just one event now every year. So we are planning on maybe doing a little bit more with that. We're not entirely sure, but that is the place to find it out. We are going to be part of the Witches Market again this year. That happens in October, the very first Saturday of October, and that is put on by our friends at Wolf Hollow Events. Yeah, they are a husband and wife team, Liz and Randy, who make just an incredible event full of vendors, 150 plus vendors. And it's at the Boone County Fairgrounds. Again, that is in October of every year. So they also are doing something called Summerween. We're not vending at that, but I'm sure we'll be helping them in some sort of fashion. We always like to help them out when we can. So highly recommend checking that out. I'm sure Joel will put some information about that up here. But that's not why we're here. We're here because we watched a movie last night and we want to talk about it with you guys. It was a doozy this week. I feel like Joel's super excited. He took so many notes. He didn't even have any room left on his sheet, I think. But we watched the movie called Shark Attack 3. Before we start talking about that, though, we do have some criteria for these movies. Shark Attack 3 definitely fits all of those criteria. Number one, it needs to be under $5. It needs to be a horror, thriller, or sci-fi genre type movie. And it also needs to be a movie that neither of us have ever seen before. So Shark Attack 3, in parentheses, I think Megalodon, or hyphen, whatever. Yeah, Megalodon was a movie that we watched. It was on the 4-film Shark Collection set that we got. Do you remember where we got this? I don't remember. I feel like maybe Beach Boy Toys.
Nope.
No?
No.
Anyways, we usually try to find things in the wild. By the wild, we mean like we go to thrift stores. A lot of times we'll go to local shops and things like that. Beach Boy Toys, the one that I mentioned, is actually a really cool throwback, like old school toy store that sells like legit, like old school toys, like from the 70s, 80s, 90s. He's got pretty much anything you can think of. So that's also located here in Rockford, Illinois. I'm sure he'll probably put the address up here somewhere so we can plug Mr. Jeremy Beach and brother. I don't know his brother's name. We've only really interacted with Jeremy, but it's Beach Boys Toys because they both own it together, I believe.
Which, incidentally, he was at the event.
Yeah, we ended up going to this randomly. We went to the Cherryville Mall here in Cherry Valley, and they had some what was it, QuadCon going on.
Yeah.
It was like an anime
Comic books,
toy, like big giant kind of
records.
thing, like inside the mall. So hey, like more power to them. I think those kind of things are fun. It looked like it had a lot of people there, so it was a lot of people, and it was a fun little thing that we just kind of stumbled upon. We didn't even plan on doing that, and we ended up seeing one of our friends. So yeah, that was fun.
How often do you see the LARPers in the mall?
Exactly, they had a whole LARPing booth. Man, I should have gotten their card. I have ideas. And so, yeah, that would have been a fun thing for me to get them to LARP in the garden. I'd be so fun. Anyways, that's not why we're here. We're here to talk about this movie, and we've got a lot to say about it. So I should probably just keep on track here. Shark Attack 3 Megalodon. I'm going to read the synopsis. It's real short since this is a 4 movie disc. So it's got a real short little synopsis, and then we'll watch the trailer. Joel's got some fun trailer stuff going on. And then we'll discuss it. So, Shark Attack 3 Megalodon. 2 researchers find a gargantuan shark. That is debatable. Gargantuan sharks too.
The second one was gargantuan.
Yes. Off of the Mexican coast. Soon they realize that it's from an ancient fossil. Not an ancient fossil, but it's from a living prehistoric terror. Joel, if you know anything about him, he's even wearing his little Jaws shirt today, I'm sure probably because of this, but is a huge shark everything. Like Sharknadoes, Shark versus, all of these movies. Like he loves Jaws. Like he's just a shark horror movie fan, wouldn't you say? Connoisseur.
I mean, I won't eat shark, but I like shark movies.
Yes. So he was all about this. Like the Sharknado series is right up his alley. So he was very excited about it. As was I, because I like watching things with him that make him super happy and excited. So, all right, let's do a little submarine trailer. Yeah.
Ready to go.
Yep. And then we're going to pause it, and then we'll come back and we will get right into it because we've got a lot to talk about. So we'll be right back.
People pay a lot of money to come down here. They expect to use everything, including the beaches.
You cannot let people swim in the water when there's a shark out there! We got a shark heading for the shore. Get everyone out of the water now! The shark is attacking the ship! We've got a 60-foot shark swimming off our coast that's not gonna go away!
Megalodon, ancestor of the great white shark. It's supposed to be extinct.
You lied to me?
7 men dead! You knew something was dangerous down there. You let them dive anyway.
They knew it was risky.
Bull fucking shit!
We want something powerful enough that we're not missing. It'll blow a hole clear to the hull of a battleship. Come on.
We're back, and Joel's got his notes.
I do.
Yep.
So whenever we watch a movie, I will take notes digitally and then print them out. And at the end of the year, Mrs. Knew That I will collect all of these, put them into a flip book on our website, and you, yes, you, can come check them out. So 2023, 2024, and 2025 are all available on the website currently. So you can go take a look, see what I had to say about the movie, see what I drew. And, just something people like to do. Mrs. Knew That has also committed to take notes again. Last year, she was at 100%. This year so far, she is also at 100%, except now, instead of taking them on a big, giant book, she is taking them on her iPad and has nice, neat little visual stuff going on there. So
Yeah, I'm enjoying it.
She's having fun taking
Yeah.
notes. And she hasn't fallen asleep since she got her iPad.
You're right. Which makes me super happy because I used to fall asleep all the time when I had my iPad. And I mean, it still makes me sleepy like when it's like late at night, but I'll put the pen down and, I won't fall asleep.
When you were
during it.
taking notes. And this one, we were like, we were an hour into the movie and we're both like, we're running out of room for our notes. And we're like, we thought the movie was over or getting close. And we're like, it's still got a half an hour. We're like, wow. All right.
Yeah.
So now I'm going to show her what I drew and try and hide the stuff that I don't want her to see just yet. So I drew two different things.
Shark. That is looks like a meme of a shark there. And then a robot.
That's a robot head, yeah.
And a missile.
I don't. Oh, no, I just wrote that down. I
Oh.
wrote that. There's a note there that it couldn't fit.
Oh.
But yeah, I just drew I can't draw sharks for some reason. And I'm like, what is that? And I'm like, it looks like a shark. So I just drew a shark.
I also did a drawing, and I can just blow it up so that way you can see like
Oh, yeah, that does look like Creep Mouth.
yeah. Have you ever watched Conan when he would have like the picture of a person and then like the mouth would be in it, just like talking? This guy looked like that on the mouth area.
Like there was a brief period in like the 60s. I want to say like Clutch Cargo, I think was the name of one of the shows, where they had the characters were just a still shot and they would
A mouth.
put the mouth in so that they could talk to each other. And they wouldn't have to animate it. It'd just be somebody going, hey, bah, 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 bah. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what it looked like. And you drew a tiny tooth.
And drew a tiny tooth, and
And then you drew a shark. That's
it
some
says,
curse words.
well, that's what they said.
Yep.
Holy effing
Yes,
shite.
yeah.
We got it, baby.
So you drew the shark good. That looks like the shark on my shirt.
Chomp, chomp, chomp. I'm going to eat you,
You
is what
wrote
I
all
wrote.
kinds of swears. Oof.
I did. And then, of course, I had I wrote, I'm a baby.
It was a baby originally. It didn't have that many teeth, though.
No.
That one looks crazy. That one's got like some serious periodontal issues.
Oh, yeah. That's like multi tooths.
Yeah. Which
Okay.
Sharks have a lot of teeth. But
Yeah.
not that many teeth.
Yeah.
So anyway, Shark Attack 3 Megalodon is from 2002, currently sitting at a very disappointing 2.9 out of 10 on the Internet Movie Database. Sadness. But this is directed by David Worth, who did a film with Jean-Claude Van Damme called Kickboxer that you may or may not remember.
Van Damme.
Yep. He did something called Hazard Jack, not to be confused with the one from that movie with Ben Stiller that I forgot the name of it, that the character's name was Jack too, but Tropic Thunder. Warrior of the Lost World, and Hard Knocks. This is written by two folks. The first one is Scott Devine, who wrote Shark Attack 1, 2, and 3, which is shocking to me, but we'll get to that. They also wrote the documentary Necessary Evil, Villains of DC Comics, which I've actually watched. I find it funny when people say that they've scripted a documentary, but I guess, for the narration part, you need scripting. But it was co-written by William Hooke, Hooke, who also co-wrote the exact same things, all the shark movies, but did not co-write the Necessary Evil documentary. So I guess that was all he had to say. So this stars, I'm going to go in reverse order here. We'll save the best for last. Bashir Rahal, who was in Death Train. Sounds interesting.
Working on the death train.
Who was in the Onion movie, which I totally forgot that the Onion faux news paper
they had
made a
a movie?
movie. Yeah. Monster Arc, which is something that needs to be on our list to check out at some point. And Shark in Venice, which is already on my deep cut list of things I need to
Through the
the canals of Venice or whatever you call them.
Fun.
And they were in Expendables 3.
Okay.
This also stars Ryan Catrona, who was in The Taking of Deborah Logan, which is a found footage movie that people talk about a lot. He's got a lot of good credits, by the way. Was in Hot Shots, the original, with Charlie Sheen.
Not part 2.
I don't know. I only saw Hot Shots and I went, I'm writing it down. The Last Boy Scout with Bruce Willis and Damon Wayans, which is on the shelf. In the Army Now, the Pauly Shore movie.
Yeah.
The Collection, the sequel to The Collector, which we've talked about a couple times.
Yes.
The third one, The Collect something that I forget. There's a play on the word. There's another Collector movie coming out, by the way. Sliver, which is on the shelf because it was a Vinegar Syndrome monthly subscriber release. And the Gus Van Sant Psycho remake, which is a shot-for-shot remake with Vince Vaughn and Anne Hesh. I didn't like it the first time I saw it. I've not seen it since then. I just love the original so much. I think it rubbed me the wrong way. It also stars Jenny McShane as the lead lady in the movie. She was in Wayne's World 2.
Okay.
She was in Cyborg Cop 3. She was in The Watcher, which we watched for the show with Keanu Reeves as a serial killer.
Oh, right. Yes.
She was in Replicant, the movie with Jean-Claude Van Damme also. U.S. SEALs, not to be confused with Navy SEALs. And she was in the original Shark Attack.
Oh.
Yep. I don't remember her in the original one, but said in her credits she was in there.
Interesting.
And finally, the man, the myth, the legend, John Barrowman is the lead in this film, who was in The Producers, the movie version, not the original Producers, but the
movie
Nathan
version.
Fillion version. The Untouchables, the remake of the TV show that had Kevin Costner in it. He was in 64 episodes of Arrow. He was one of the main characters in the Arrow DC Comics TV show. He was in 41 episodes of Torchwood, which is the spinoff and an anagram of the show Doctor Who, in which he was the 13 episodes as Captain Jack Harkness in both shows. The nearly immortal dirty time traveling guy. And apparently when I said that, it scared the crap out of Shaggy, who's laying at the base of...
Did he hit the camera?
He's laying at the base of the thing. I think you may have dinged the camera. So if you did, I'll shake it a little.
Yeah, sorry about that.
So at this point, my lovely wife turns to me and she says...
What'd you think?
Wow. A lot of things there. So we have lots of thoughts. As we said, we wrote a ton of notes.
It was fun to watch this.
It's been a while since we've had a movie that we had this much fun with. I think there's been a couple that we kind of liked, but this one was actually like fun to watch. It starts with stock footage, and then all of a sudden they cut to the inside of this submarine or boat or whatever it was, and in walks Cigar Guy.
Cigar Guy?
He's a guy that was chomping on the thing that
Oh,
looked like a cigar.
Yes.
And Laura's like, is that his real voice?
Everything was weird. Like, it sounded dubbed. He was like, had this voice. Like, it was like somebody talking over him. And it was weird. It was like hit or miss with these. Because, like, I felt like there was like a bunch of characters.
There was a lot of people that English was not their first language. And I feel like they were phonetically speaking their lines, which is fine. It's not uncommon.
But they sounded fake.
But usually they do a better job with kind of telling them where to put the inflection on the syllables. And this one, they're like, hey, let us go to the, and it just sounded weird. And Cigar Guy specifically was like, you got to watch out for the thing over there. He sounded kind of like Harvey Firestein, but like with a slightly higher tone.
Yeah.
Then there was more stock footage.
Yep.
And then the sharks were back and they were roaring again.
Because sharks growl.
They growl. And so Captain Jack, a.k.a. John Barrowman, I forget his character's name, works at a hotel, and he's like he patrols the marina. He's kind of like a lifeguard / security guy.
It's his job to make sure that everybody's safe.
Yeah, he's got a gun, and he's out patrolling the waters. So he finds when he's diving to get some lobster for dinner later, not for any other reason but to eat, he finds a shark tooth embedded in a fiber optic cable that they're stringing on the bottom. There's this big giant upgrade to the system in the area. And so he takes it, he goes back, he takes a photo of it with his digital camera. This is 2002, mind you. So digital technology was not where it was. It's like 10 megapixels or maybe. Not even. It's like, you're like
3 megapixels.
And you're like, ooh. But he's like puts it in front of the lens and he goes, and he like takes a picture and it immediately scans it into his computer. No background. No retouching, smooth as ever. Obviously was not the same shark tooth he just took a picture of.
Yeah. Every computer like that they would show was like the same kind of weird setup where it was just like giant text on a screen and he like starts like searching for mystery shark. And so he's on like, I forgot what the website was or whatever, but it was like, I don't know, marine biologist, something like look up or whatever.
George Costanza's
So he's
marine
like
biology.
mystery shark and he uploads this tooth and it goes to that chick or whatever because she's part of the marine biologist stuff. And when she's looking at it, she sees like this article thing pop up or like it's like a
bulletin
room.
board.
Yeah, like
chat room
Reddit or something like that.
Like old school.
But it's they spelled mystery wrong.
And I'll put a screen cap up here because I got a photo with my phone because I didn't know if I didn't want to go screen. Sometimes I'll go screen cap.
I was like,
but
They
I'm
spelled
like,
mystery wrong, but then like when she clicks into the thing, it says it correctly. But
in his
like
actual email, it's right.
initial like yes,
Which
thing you click on or whatever, it was like
he had, his font was like a 37-point font. It was justified to the middle of the page. It wasn't to the left or the right. It was right in the middle. It was huge, which would have taken forever in 2002. Let me tell you. But yeah, when he sent it, it was spelled correctly. But when she got it, it was spelled Mistery. And like I said, you've already seen the screenshot. But like all the technology in this, like there's one point where they've got this thing where they're searching for the shark and it's making the noise, but they cut to the shot of the device, and it's just an overlay on some other piece of equipment. It's not moving or anything, but it's going beep beep, like it looks like it's supposed to. You're supposed to just see it just briefly to think it's moving. Like they shoot a camera on the back of the shark that's basically just a dart, but it essentially works like a GoPro, which I don't think GoPros existed in 2002. And if they did, it would have been super like
all
pixelated.
of the tech was like not of the year.
It was
for
ahead
sure.
of the time.
She was taking photos on that boat or whatever.
I have that in my notes.
And it was like a digital camera. She didn't have the lens open. So it was
wasn't
like
turned on.
completely, the shutter was shut, and like and whenever she would like point and shoot at it, it would go "Ting!" And like, it was like that same. If you watched our episode a couple weeks ago, probably, right? Like
It was
yeah.
last week's episode.
last week's episode
Yeah.
where we were like
Or no,
everything
2
was
weeks
like
ago. Sorry, 2 weeks ago.
like and like showing like black and white photo. It was ridiculous.
It was almost the same sound.
Yes.
And then the guy's got this old school, like on the shoulder VHS kind of style video camera that he's videoing everything. And
they're
I'm
like
just
hanging him off the side of a boat to like video this shark that they were trying to find. And she was telling everybody it was a subspecies of a mako shark. And then that comes
But
to
she
find
knew
out.
it was a
yeah,
megalodon.
it was a baby,
Some sort of a family.
a baby megalodon.
Which you find out later, right?
Because
that's
he's
the
like, look at this
first big
giant
reveal.
tooth, and it's this big. That's why I was like, why? How is that a giant megalodon? Like, you think of megalodon, you think enormous
Like
shark
a
or
size of a
whatever.
bus or something.
It was like a little tiny baby tooth. So I was like, okay. And then she finally says, oh, this is a baby megalodon. I was like, oh, okay. All right. Well, that made me feel a little bit better because I was like, and then I was a little disappointed, right? Because I'm like, okay, this whole movie is about a baby megalodon.
Which is the size of Jaws, the great white shark.
Right,
It's
like a
essentially
normal.
that same size. Like it's bigger than normal, but it's not
Yeah.
huge.
Yeah.
There's a lot of cursing,
A lot of sex.
vulgarity, sex, and nudity. So if you want any of
Boobs.
those things, it's
Soft.
all over the
I
place.
called it soft core shark porn.
there's also ultimately about 34% of this film is stock footage.
Yes.
It turns into Jaws at one point where they're trying to get him to close the beaches and the main guy with the weird mouth won't do it. There's a scene right before they go into battle with the baby shark where they go to a church to pray and there's like this angelic music and it's all soft focus. It felt like a John Woo sort of thing. There were no doves, but I was just like, it just felt really out of place.
He's like, we need all the help we can get.
So
and
they
then
go
they
to a
like,
church.
cut to this church where they're like lighting all these candles and stuff and like praying. And I'm like, what? Like every guy that was in this was like sexual harassment turned up to like the 10th degree. Like even just like the dudes that were like her camera guys or whatever were talking about like just women's bodies and like, I'm an ass man, you like those boobs. Like it was just like, I'm like, what the frick, man? Like everything was just like over the top, like lecherous, gross. Like the rich guy that was like running the hotel or whatever was just they kept cutting to him, like petting this woman's leg, and she's just staring at him like smiling, and he's like in the middle of having like this in-depth conversation with John Barrowman.
They keep cutting to him doing
and
it.
then
It's like,
and then her just like making the same face, like smiling at him.
you
Like
just need one
creepily.
establishing shot. Now, if it's somebody else doing it and you're trying to establish that there's like something else going on, okay, maybe, but
Like, why do you keep showing this blonde lady's leg while he's like stroking it? Oh, and then at like towards the end, like you're getting like to the last like half hour left
The
of the
last
movie.
30 minutes, yeah.
He's like walking around with the same lady at like this party on a yacht, and he just keeps like kissing her hand as he's walking through like the thing, just like creepily, like over and over and over again, just like holding her hand and then
like she's seasoned.
Yeah,
And
it's creepy.
Don't forget John Barrowman. Everything he does in this movie sounds sexual.
Yeah. Like, I'm
Everything.
trying to steer a ship. Oh,
And he's like trying to put the thing in the torpedo, and he's like, oh yeah. Like,
yeah.
everything is really like, which leads us to the
soft
if you've-
core shark porn.
if you've looked up Shark Attack in any of the movies that we've talked about up to this point, you've probably come across a clip of John Barrowman's most infamous moment from this film, which I had forgotten it was in this movie. I'd seen the clip when we'd done one of the older shows, but it erased it from my brain. But he and her are getting ready to go out the next day to fight the shark. And they're at the boat talking, or at the car talking or whatever. And he's like, I'm so wired. Why don't I take you back to your hotel and eat your, and then he says something that I won't
Keyword.
repeat here. And we'll just say, and it's just so out of character. It feels like
they're just like, like,
the
okay,
delivery
like
is weird.
we're getting ready to fight the big battle, kind of thing. It's like really nice. Like they're just kind of like getting into the car. It's like nighttime. They're like ready to like go home. He's like, man, he's like, yeah, we should go back and like get some rest or whatever. He's like, but I'm kind of wired. He's like, why don't I just take you back home and eat your
Like,
Yeah.
And we're just like,
I'm like,
I rewound it like 4
What?
times. I'm like, oh my God, I forgot
the
about
way
that.
he says it is so nonchalant. And then they cut to like the sex scene with them and she's like all boobs out and like
Which he
he's
never
just
gets to that point, by the way.
making
but,
out with her and like
it's
kissing
implied
her and
that
like
maybe
it's just like,
it got
geez,
there at some
man.
point.
Yeah.
Um,
it was
There's nothing subtle about this movie. Let's put it that way.
No.
Like Apex Communications is the main bad guy, Apex Predator, sharks, etc. Lawyers. The
they
real
knew about
sharks.
the megalodons.
They knew about it.
And it was the fiber optic cable, like electricity that was like bringing them back to life. It was
like calling them from the depths of like
kind
the
of
Mariana
ridiculous.
Trench kind of thing, sort
Yes,
of. I don't know. They were in
yes,
Mexico, but it was just like,
yeah.
and then they kill the baby megalodon, spoiler alert, with a shotgun to the brain, which was really pretty violent for this. And then all of a sudden you realize, oh, mama's coming. And
Which
then-
made me so happy. I wrote down, I want a mama megalodon.
And when she shows up, boy, she can eat whole boats in one gulp. She was huge.
I literally wrote, I want a mama megalodon. When she showed up, I wrote a little arrow that said, yes, this got infinitely better.
So the last half hour is them fighting the mama megalodon. And incidentally, if you watch all the way to the end of the movie, after they finally do what they're going to do with mama, there's still one more thing that should have led to another sequel, but it didn't, unfortunately. So,
Yeah.
but the last half hour was bonkers and so much bad CGI. And you'll see the trailer has a lot of it. Like when I saw the trailer, when I was putting this together before we recorded, the trailer covers a lot of what happens in the movie. So if you watch it, you'll see stuff that happens in the last half hour, but it kind of leads you to believe like it's the whole movie, but it's not.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah. So do you have some final thoughts?
Whew, do I ever?
Yeah.
Better than Shark Attack 1 and 2. Better than the Meg 1 and 2.
Oh.
No notes.
Oh, I said, boy, oh boy, this movie was a cheesy, sharky, stock footage mess of a film with a huge shark, and I'm here for it.
Yep.
Yeah. So if you had to repurchase this, obviously we have $5 as our cap. So $5 or less, how much would you pay for it?
For just Shark Attack 3, $4. Joel Bob says, check it out.
I said $3.50. I said I upped it when Mama showed up.
Yeah, because the first two are not good. The first one's not great. The second one's even worse. But this one just
It was so
whole nother level.
over the top. Like if you're okay with watching really
Vulgar.
cringy men hitting on women and occasional boobs and
Lots of
that kind
language.
lots of language and then some weird prayer scene, like scenes. This is for you.
There's
Yeah,
a lot of stuff
for
that's wrong with this movie, but it just makes it that much better.
Yeah.
So-
All right. If they don't want to watch this movie after our lovely glowing review, what should they watch?
I don't know if I've ever done this before, but I'm going to say just watch this. Don't
No
bother
kidding.
watching anything else.
Yep.
Just go straight to this one and cut out the middleman.
Shark Attack 3,
Yeah.
Megalodon. All right. What are we watching next week?
This is an interesting one. This is from
We still have one more on
2006. We got one more. Yep.
All right.
That is unaffiliated with the other shark movies as far
Okay.
as I can tell.
All right.
This is a weird one. So it looks like a horror movie. It's everything about
Fangoria
this
Fright
says it's a
Fest.
horror film.
Carrie.
But
Yeah.
yeah, it's a serial killer movie.
Okay.
But it's not your typical serial killer movie from
Okay.
what I can tell.
All right.
I tried not to get too much information, but I had to get enough when I was writing the notes. to be able to
I
write
was like,
the
when it
notes.
says inspired by the true story that horrified the world. It's called Grim Love, like
Which-
grim fairy tale.
You'll understand when you read the back why they say inspired by a true story.
Okay.
So
Grim Love is engrossing, one of the most horrifying films, according to Texas Massacre, bloodydisgusting.com.
Yeah.
Oh, no, not Texas. It's just Tex Massacre.
Oh.
Okay. Katie Armstrong, an American woman studying criminal psychology, finds herself inexplicably drawn to a bizarre murder case for her thesis. She chooses to research the notorious German cannibal Oliver Hartwind and his dead lover Simon, who had allowed Oliver to murder and then devour him as the ultimate act of love and self-sacrifice. Katie soon becomes strangely obsessed with her subjects, and as she dives deeper into her research, she makes a horrifying discovery that will change the case and Katie forever.
You ever heard that story? There's
No.
a true story that's based on.
Is it
that
like
happened.
It's
It's not necromantic. No, not
Necromantic?
one or two. No, there was an actual case. I want to say it was in Germany of a guy who was like really wanted to eat someone. He put an ad on like Craigslist, and the guy
I
said-
half-assed do like remember
he's
something like that.
Hey, I'll do it because he didn't want to be around anymore, and he followed through with his promise. So I assume it's a
Interesting.
take on this. There's a couple of names in it. There's some notes that will be fun to talk about, but I don't think this is going to be a fun watch, but it has potential to at least be kind of interesting. So
All right.
we shall see. It's going to be a hard left from what we just watched.
Yeah. Yep.
No pee eating in that one.
No pee eating.
Just no, it's a guy and the guy. So it might be a
Yes.
different kind of pee. that he's eating, yeah.
Yes. All right. Well, thank you very much for watching, and until next week.
Keep it cheap and creepy.
Bye.
Doesn't mean you should go chasing the dead.
It may be your robot, but it's my house.
I want to get a close look at these sharks.
Sounds dangerous.
I'll be careful.
We'll meet back here at 8 a.m. Don't be late.
I'm exhausted.
Yeah, me too, but, I'm really wired. What do you say I take you home and eat your...